So I think it's time that I list a very large love in my life, and that's my sailboat. I've owned Silverheels, my Pearson 424 Ketch, for over 7 years. And the reason is I really want to move into an early retirement stage or just change the trajectory of the remaining career in my life. Because, I really love sailing and I want to be part of the sailing community more. I want to explore the world and see all the different ports and anchorages that are offered by this world. And I might even work professionally in the maritime industry. So all that stuff is just where I want to be spending my time. It's scary. It's scary to pull the trigger. It's scary to potentially do early retirement. You never know if you have enough. And I'm going through all that right now. But I think the main things that tie me here are people and things. I think I need to move more toward removing things. And one of those things includes the sailboat here in Lake Michigan. So Silverheels is a very capable blue water cruiser. She handles waves well. She handles weather well. She actually likes 15 knots or more of wind. She just kind of smiles and pushes through. And the sailboat has always made me smile. So we're down below decks on my Pearson 424 Silverheels, and just to give you a tour of the cabin area and below decks, let's begin here in the aft portion next to the companionway. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the main companionway hatch, the companionway stairs. I've got the engine underneath here behind this cabinet, underneath the cabinet. Batteries are underneath here, water heater is underneath here, and I've got storage as well. You can see that there's a lot of nice little touches. You got a lot of nice little storage here. You've got a bookshelf back here. I got a barometer, which is really actually very new. And it's just comfortable. You've got storage down here too for clothes or whatnot. Very handy. In addition, we have a nav desk over here with a little cabinet. I keep my emergency supplies in here, flares and whatnot. You can see we've got a fire extinguisher readily available right next to the nav desk. You've got the electrical switches over here, the main breaker, and you've got DC and AC clearly marked red and yellow. We've got a handheld VHF radio. This is a relatively new Simrad AIS two-way capable VHF radio. Little extra access panels down below here to get behind the engine. This whole thing folds up. Nice little storage. So I've opened up the engine compartment for you to see. The engine is clean. It always starts up, no problem. I've got redundant Raycor fuel filters back here. You can see the dipstick is easy to get to. Fuel filter. Sorry, that's the oil filter there. Fuel filter there. There is the oil infill right here. Coolant over there. And the impeller is back on the other side. The engine is reversed compared to most engines. The shaft actually goes forward, hits a V drive, and then goes back, rerouted from the V drive to the propeller shaft. Got the boat keys, got a little extra area where I've got my battery monitor hooked in there. Nice ventilation. The port light is right here, and that opens up. And then we will proceed forward into the main cabin area. And we're going to start with looking at the galley. We've got two sinks with a main faucet here. This is a raw water faucet connected to the pump. So this just pulls in lake water when I pump the foot pump down here. And then up here, we also have a double filtered water supply. I don't have the water pump turned on, so it's not pressurized at the moment. And we've got a cutting board can go up here, some extra room for cooking supplies up here, spices up here, a hatch for lighting and for ventilation, All these lights are new LED lights. They have both red lights and white lights. You can see plenty of light from these port lights here. This one was just recently replaced, so it's very clear. You can see it right outside, no problem. We've got a microwave in here. We've got a 3-burner stovetop, propane stovetop, and an oven. And again, you can see that there's some nice storage areas available. Back here, you've got your settees. And both settees can pull out. It's got a board under here that can pull out, and then a leak cloth is attached to that board. So it allows for a wider sleeping area. This settee table has fold-out sleeves that come out if you want to eat. This settee area over here, I pulled out a tool bag. You can see I've got storage in all these behind the settee seats. Underneath these settees are water tanks. They're 55 gallons each. So I've got water filled in each of those tanks. The holding tank is down below here, which I'll show you really quickly, as well as that's the holding tank right there. And that is a very deep, deep bilge, which you can see the bilge pump down there below. So great access. I love this boat because the layout is just so easy. Got a wet locker right here, extra area for storage up above the settees. Again, plenty of light. A nice hatch up above for light and ventilation. And you can see I've got an extra companionway. Not a lot of recreational boats that are 42 feet have a second companionway. This is the backup companionway to the galley direct. This particular storage area, I've got a key on it, and you can see I've got a little cabinet for bottles. So your rum can go in there, or your wine, or what have you. There is a diesel heater on this boat. I have not used it since owning the boat, so I can't attest to its serviceability. Into the main V-berth area, you can see we have a spacious V-berth here. And here you've got a workbench and a cabinet. So there's plenty of storage down here for tools or things you might need, as well as in here, I've got a hacksaw there, as well as some knickknacks. In this area, I've got a drill, lithium battery drill, and drill bits in here. I've got some extra knickknacks in here. And the chain locker is well forward, right? That's where the chain locker is, so you can easily access that. Back behind the store, a fire extinguisher for safety, a little cabinet for more storage. I've got some hardware in there. I've got another wet locker right here. Down below, underneath this cushion is a little patch panel for the electronics that come out of the mast. And here is that tank for the diesel fuel for the diesel heater that we're looking at right over here. And here's the head. It's a pretty large head area. You've got a ventilated window right there. You can open the window. A full shower area right here with a bench. You've got the commode right here. It's a pump commode. You've got a nice little sink. You've got storage down in there and storage behind the sink. So that's the below decks tour. Let's go up top and see what we can look at up there. Okay, we're above decks here in the cockpit area. But let's go over what we got on this beautiful Pearson 424 Ketch. The starboard and port lazarettes for the cockpit are really deep and wide. So in the off season, when those are emptied out, it's easy to access the fuel tank and the boat's steering system. Similar story for the aft lazarette in the cockpit. It's also very deep, has a lot of space in it, a person can climb into it, and that provides access to the rudder and the ship's steering system. During the sailing season, those lazarettes contain flotation devices, fenders, lines, dock lines, roads, the emergency tiller, the vane for the wind vane steering, drogues and sea anchors, and extra running rigging. So back here we have a mount for a small outboard Honda motor. This is for the dinghy that I don't have out here currently, but I could easily put on these davits. You can see I've got a solar panel mounted on top of the davits, a small Danforth anchor here at the stern, which would be handy, and I've got a auto helm wind vane rudder out here that I can attach, and there's where the wind vane attaches to right there. So that wind vane hooks to the rudder, and you can hook in a vane that will basically self-steer the boat. You've got nice Yanmar 48 winches here on either side for the jib sheets. You've got extra winch right there on both sides, as well as some cleats. You've got the main sheet right there, the traveler right here, that's the main traveler. The main boom is right above this custom fiberglass Dodger, and then we have a custom fiberglass Bimini back here to provide us with shade. We've got some extra hatches that allow us access to the mizzen. So a lot of accessibility and a lot of nice little features. Okay, so the gauges, we've got a nice, huge B&G Zeus chart plotter console. We've got autopilot behind here. We've got a couple of smaller, I think they're called Triton gauges. These are like, they connect to the NMEA 2000 network, and you can pull on the gauge, whatever you want to look at. A pretty new Ritchie compass. The helm station here. The steering was redone in 2019, 2020. We redid everything related to the steering. It's a nice smooth steering system. Let's move forward. And you can see the above decks, and here is the main boom back here with a 3-footed lazy jack system on it. We've got mast pulpits on deck. You can see the top side of the hatches as well for each of these guys. We got the staysail right here on the baby stay, and then a furling jib up here on the foredeck on the bow. And there also, if we walk a little further, you can see a very nice looking windlass with 2 anchor rollers. So this windlass can support 2 anchors, as well as whether chain or line for the road. Huge cleats for the bridle. And this is how she looks from the bow. So Silverheels is for sale. I've included the links in the description below. Also included is a list of all of the upgrades I've done over the last 7 years since owning her. She is a very capable blue water cruiser, and I'm sure she's going to give somebody else a wealth of smiles, much like she's given me. I want to thank my subscribers. I really appreciate your support. If you've stayed till the end of the video, I'd really appreciate it if you press that like button. That really helps the channel grow. This is Sailor Eric. Thanks for watching.